Good evening, everyone. Welcome along to this week's lockdown quiz. My name's Wayne, and as always, I will be your quiz master tonight. I'm just going to go through the instructions on how to play for people who haven't played before. If you do know how to play, then don't worry. You can come back at 8:30 for the start of the questions. So just quickly. If you can't see the How This Works page now with my pretty little face in the top left hand corner, you might need to refresh the video. I've got no idea why it does this, but sometimes if you join before I start the stream, it freezes. So all you have to do is refresh the page or your app, or just click on the link again. And then this should show you the live feed. So you'll need 2 devices to get the most out of this quiz. You can watch this stream on a laptop, a smartphone, a tablet, or other device so that you can see the questions as we go along. And then you'll also need a second device so that you can open the answer form. And that's just so that you can submit your answers to me. You'll find the link to the form in the description just below this video. Or if you've joined from one of the Facebook posts, you'll find the link on there too. Don't worry, you've got until 8:30 to set that up, so there's no rush. I don't like to rush. So, 3 main points for the quiz. As we go through, each question will have a 30-second timer. Don't pause the video, as there'll only be a short window at the end of the quiz to submit your answers. If you miss this, then you won't be included in the scores. Please don't use internet services to search for answers. It ruins the fun and is completely against the idea of the quiz. Most questions have 3 multiple choice answers, so if you don't know it, just have a guess. You'll have a 1 in 3 chance of getting it right. As we go through the quiz, you'll see questions pop up on the screen. The orange circle on the left shows the round number and also the subject for that round. In the very top right hand corner, you'll see a 30-second timer. Once this turns red, we'll move on to the next question. And just below that, you'll see the question number, the question, and in most circumstances, 3 possible answers. These should match up with the answers on your form. On the answer form, you'll see the round number, the question number, and, like I said, 3 possible answers that will hopefully match the question on the screen. All you need to do is pick your answers as we go along. Nice and simple. There are a few answers that will need to be typed in. These need to be typed in perfectly correct with no spelling errors in full capital letters, and if you're using predictive text on a phone or tablet, just make sure there isn't a space at the end of your answer. If you don't do this, then the form will automatically mark your answer incorrect. And let me scroll down. There we go. Once we get to the end of a round, press the next button to move on to the next round. The very last question in round number 5 will be a tiebreaker. And that's just so that if there is a tie, then we can decide who is actually the winner and who gets to gloat for the next week. The tiebreaker will be a numerical question, or actually, I believe it's a date this week. But we'll see when we get there. The idea is the person who is the nearest will win. You don't have to get it exactly correct. When we get to the end of the quiz, you press submit, and we'll have a little break whilst all the magic happens and all the scores appear here on my screen. That's why you do need to stay in time with the live stream. If you do pause it, then your scores won't be in time and I won't be able to read them out. And then after the scores have been announced, I'll go through the answers. So hang around at the end if you want those. But that's all you need to know how to play along. So I'll be back at 8:30 with the questions. So go and grab a drink and some snacks, and I'll see you in a few minutes. Good evening. Welcome along to this week's lockdown quiz. My name's Wayne. I will be your quizmaster, as always, to guide you through 5 rounds of brain-tickling questions. To make sure you know how to get involved in the future, please make sure you subscribe to the Lockdown Quiz channel here on YouTube by hitting the button just below this video. And then head over to the Weensy Entertainments Facebook page using the link in the video description. And then just tap on the like button. I'd also be incredibly grateful if you could share the quiz far and wide through friends and family, as the more people who play, the more fun will be had. If you know people who can't play on a Monday night, just drop me a line through the Weensy Entertainments Facebook page and I'll start reading out the late scores at the start of the next quiz. So just the little bit of housekeeping before we start. So this is a test of your knowledge, not the speed of your thumbs. Please do not use internet services to search for the answers. Instead, if you don't know, just have a guess. Most questions are multiple choice and you'll have a 1 in 3 chance of getting it right. Also, do not pause the video. You'll only have a minute or 2 at the end to submit your answers, so you really need to stay in time with the live feed. Otherwise, your scores won't be counted. And finally, if you hear the snoring, it's not me, it's the dog, it's Tess. She really does like to sleep and she snores louder than I do, which is saying something. Anyways, on we go. Ooh. Yes, of course we can, Ross. Happy birthday, Alice. He didn't say how old you were, but then again, we don't ask how old ladies are, do we? Happy birthday from Ross to Alice. Just before we start. There we go. Anyways, on with the quiz. As always, your first round is all about general knowledge. Random potluck questions that you might know, you might not. Who knows? Let's have a go. Question number 1. How many people were on the poster for the 1990s movie Titanic? Was it 2 people? Was it 3 people? Or was it 4 people? Question number 2. Where does a scorpion have its sting? Is it on its claw, on its head, or on its tail? So where would you find a scorpion's sting? Question number 3. What does a Geiger counter measure? Is it radioactivity? Does it measure temperatures? Or would it be wind speeds? So which of those does a Geiger counter measure? Question number 4. Which of the following is not a type of fever? We've got scarlet, we've got swine, and we've got tiger. But which one of those is not a type of fever? Question number 5. Which sport would Saracens, Harlequins and Wasps play? It's a little bit cryptic, this one. Would they play football? Would they play hockey? Or would they play rugby? So which of those sports would Saracens, Harlequins and Wasps play? Question number 6. In what type of transport did Charles Lindbergh make history? Was it on a boat? Was it on a train? Or was it on a plane? Question number 7. In which card game do you peg for cards making 15? So in which card game do you peg for cards making 15? Would that be cribbage? Would it be poker? Or would it be rummy? Which one of those is a game where you peg for cards making 15? Question number 8. What was the name of Victor Meldrew's wife? Was she called Margaret? Was she called Mary? Or was she called Mavis? So Victor Meldrew from One Foot in the Grave. What was his wife's name? Margaret, Mary, or Mavis? Question number 9. Which jump record was held by Bob Beamon for over 20 years? Was it the high jump, the long jump, or the triple jump? So which jump record was held by Bob Beamon for over 20 years? And question number 10. Glen Cover and Malling Jewel are types of which fruit? Are they gooseberries? Are they raspberries? Or are they strawberries? And there we go, that's round 1. All done and dusted. Moving on to round 2, which again, as always, is the week that was. This is probably the hardest round for me to write each week, particularly at the minute. But I try and rustle up some questions loosely related to things that have happened during the week, and I'm trying to avoid the old COVID-19 in these. So some of them maybe a little bit onto COVID, but I do believe I managed to get 5 this week. We shall see. Are you okay? Yes, I am okay. Thanks, Sam. How are you? Oh, he's talking to Ross. Never mind. Anyways, on to round number 2. Question 1. Which recently released video game has been dubbed the most accessible game ever due to its extensive range of accessibility settings? Is it Desperados 3? Is it Project Warlock? Or is it The Last of Us Part 2? And question number 2. Which social media platform has permanently banned Katie Hopkins from using their app? Would that be Facebook, Instagram, or Twitter? Question number 3. Kelly Walsh became the 12th person to dive to the bottom of the Mariana Trench on Saturday, but how deep was the dive? So basically, how deep is the Mariana Trench? Is it 11 kilometers? Is it 12 kilometers? Or is it 13 kilometers? Question number 4. Sir Ian Holm passed away on Friday at the age of 88. He was known for playing Bilbo Baggins in Lord of the Rings, but which of the following 2007 movies was he also a cast member? Was it Harry Potter, Order of the Phoenix? Was it Ratatouille? Or was it Sweeney Todd? Question number 5. Kurt Cobain's guitar from his final MTV Unplugged set was sold at auction this week. But how much did it sell for? Did it sell for $5 million, $6 million, or $7 million? And there we go, that's round 2 done. Now, I usually try and avoid sports rounds. However, I've been asked to do this one this week to celebrate the return of footy to the telly. So I've got 5 questions here, all about football grounds. So, here we go. Question number 1 on football grounds. What was the name of Derby County's home before moving to Pride Park Stadium? Was it the baseball ground? Was it the rounders ground? Or was it the softball ground? Question number 2. Arsenal famously played at Highbury before moving to the Emirates Stadium. But which other team also plays the ground called Highbury? Would that be Carlisle? Would that be Southend United? Or would that be Fleetwood? Question number 3. Which is the highest football ground in England? Now, I looked this one up and I believe it means above sea level. But is it Carlisle? Is it Oldham Athletic? Or is it West Bromwich Albion? So which one of those is the highest football ground in England? Question number 4. Which of the following teams does not play at St James's Park? Would it be Exeter? Would it be Newcastle United? Or would it be Sheffield Football Club? And question number 5 on football grounds. Which of these stadiums has the highest capacity? Would that be Old Trafford? Would that be the Principality Stadium? Or would it be Wembley Stadium? So which one of those 3 stadiums has the highest capacity? And that's round 3 all done. Now we're back onto rounds with 10 questions for the final 2 rounds. This one is a picture round. So this one's about famous bears. I'm going to show you a picture of a famous bear and you have to tell me who it is. Now you have to type this one in, but as a clue I've put dashes on the screen to show you how many words there are and how many letters in each word. Now when you type it in, you need to type it in full capital letters. You need to spell it perfectly correctly. And like I said earlier on, just make sure there isn't a space at the end of it if you're using a device that has predictive text. Even if you're not using the predictive text, sometimes it will put a space at the end. If there's an extra space at the end, Google will mark it wrong. Google is as stupid as people who Google answers to pub quizzes. Anyways, let's go. We've got a fairly easy one first. So question number 1. Which bear is that? It's a nice famous bear. And there is one word with 10 letters, I believe. Yes, 10 letters. I can count to 10. So which bear is that? Remember to type it in full capital letters and spell it perfectly correctly. Then make sure there isn't a space at the end. Question number 2. Everyone knows that bear. What's his name? It's 3 words, 6 letters, 3 letters, and then 4 letters. Tell me who that bear is. And question number 3, another bear. One word this time with 5 letters. All you have to do is tell me who that is and spell it right in full capital letters. Question number 4. What's the name of that bear there? One word with 3 letters. Tell me what his name is. Question number 5. Who's that? What's that bear's name? One word with 6 letters. Tell me the name of that bear. Question number 6. Going to a couple of older ones now. What's the name of that bear? Rob, you don't necessarily have to put the dashes in. With the answers, I have put a couple of separate ones in. There we go. So this one's one word with 4 letters. And on to question number 7. Name that bear. If you got the last one right, you'll probably get this one right. You don't necessarily need to put the dash in. Sean's just put, Wayne, what do you call a cold broccoli? I'll give you the answer to that one in a minute. After this, question number 8. What's the name of that bear? One word, 6 letters. The answer to Sean's joke would be, what do you call a cold broccoli? A broccoli. Please don't leave. Question number 9. And right back to the 80s now. What's the name of that bear? Yes, Sean, yeah, indeed. And question number 10. Really scraping the bottom of the barrel here. If you know, you know. What's the name of that bear? It's 2 words, 4 letters, then 6 letters. Just be careful how you spell the second word. That's all I'm going to say on that one. And there we go, that's round number 4 done. On to round number 5, which is complete the lyrics. Again, just like last week, I've done this in the same way to the picture round. So I'll put a lyric up on the screen. It's missing part of the lyric, but the missing part is also the title to the song. So, on to question number 1. Like a blank, I will lay me down. So there's 4 words there. Those 4 words are also the title to the song. Like a blank, I will lay me down. I'm going all the way through from the 70s, all the way through to 2010s. And they're all in chronological order as well. There's a little bit of a clue there. So this one's the oldest one. Like a blank, I will lay me down. On to question number 2. Blank, the sweetest song that I could sing. Complete that missing lyric by adding the title to the song. 5 words. Question number 3. I'm blank. Well, the brass bands play and the feet start to pound. 2 words. I'm blank. Well, the brass bands play and the feet start to pound. And my music's just randomly stopped. Oh well. Guess I'm going to sit in silence for a moment. Question number 4. 2 words. Blank. She'll get a hold of you, believe it. Blank. She'll get a hold on you, believe it. So 2 words there, which are also the title to the song. You just have to type them in. Question number 5. Come on, blank. Let your body move to the music. Complete that lyric for me. There we go, the music's back. Oh, no, it's not. There we go. I'll just turn that down. Come on, blank. Let your body move to the music. Remember, these have to be in capital letters and spelt correctly. Question number 6. So we're moving through now. Through the years. Where did you come from? Where did you go? Where did you come from? Blank. If you don't know that one, you really need to listen to more cheese. 3 words there to complete this lyric with the title of the song. And question number 7. Can't believe that I'm a blank. 2 words. I do believe we're into the noughties now, early noughties. Can't believe that I'm a blank. Question 8. It's the middle of the noughties now. Blank. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 words there in the blank. That's also the name of the song. Every night I've been hugging my pillow. Question 8. Blank. Every night I've been hugging my pillow. Question number 9. Ra ra ah ah ah, Roma Roma ma, ga ga ooh la la, want your blank. If you get that mixed up with any other song, I'm sorry, but you don't deserve the point. I don't believe there's any other song that has them lyrics. There we go. Pop the title of the song into those blanks and you will end up with the full lyric. And question number 10. Let's blank and get it on. Let's blank and get it on. And your tiebreaker question this evening: on what date did the Channel 4 game show Countdown first air? Now for this one you need to use the date format: day, month and then year. This one isn't marked automatically. This is one that I check if I need to. So as long as you've put a date in and you put it in the order date, month, year, then I'll be able to mark that one. And there we go. That is the end of this week's quiz. Now, I do believe it may have frozen. The stream seems to be approximately 1 minute behind. So, I'm going to pop this next screen up as normal, but I'll give an extra minute or two just to wait for the answers to come in. And I will be back in a moment with the scores. Please press submit, but do not run away. Okay, I've got a few scores just trickling in now, so I'll give it another moment for anyone else to pop their scores in. Just seen your message, Sav. You plonker. It's alright, I'll go through afterwards and add your scores on and let you know how many points you got in total. But I'll read the score that I've got on the screen up here first. Okay, I'll just give it another couple of seconds. Okay, so I've got 8 scores in this evening. In 8th place at the moment, with 17 out of 40, we have Scott is Among. That'll be Scott and Sav. Well done, Scott and Sav. In 7th place, with 20 out of 40, we have the Chapman family. Da da da. And, oh, that was close. 21 out of 40, we have Lucy's mom. Lucy's mom didn't come last. Well done, Lucy's mom. In 5th place, we have Mr. and Mrs. Dursley of number 4 Privet Drive. We're proud to say that they were perfectly normal. Thank you very much. Oh, you know who it is. I do know who that is. That is Sean and Charlie. Thank you very much. In 4th place, with 27 out of 40, we have Moustache Man Fans. Oh wait, I've just realised I've not turned my camera back on. 1 second, there we go. I've not curled it up properly today. I can't wait to get into the barbers to go and have it trimmed. I look like a bit of a hobo, to be honest. Anyways. Oh, joint second. Or I might have to go to the tiebreaker for this one. So, with 31 out of 40, we have both the Boyle Splinter Group and the Dunklings. We'll come back to you in a minute with a tiebreaker. But in first place, with 33 out of 40, we have Midsummers. Well done to Midsummers. You don't win a prize, unfortunately, but you do get to gloat for the rest of the week that you came first in the lockdown quiz. Which, at the minute, that's something to brag about. So, right, just 1 second. Let me go back and have a look. Ooh, so these were close. So, Boyle Splinter Group put the 1st of June 1984. And the Dunklings put the 7th of July 1984. Now, I just need to skip back to have a look. Just 1 second. Okay, so the date was actually the 2nd of November 1982. So you were very close, but a couple of years out. But the closest one was Boyle Splinter Group. Well done, you've come 2nd. And the Dunklings, you have come 3rd. I believe you won last week. So you don't get to keep your title this week, but maybe next week. This week was a little bit harder than last week. So, all that needs to be said is thank you for coming along. If you would like the answers, I will go through those in a moment. But if you are just about to run away, please don't forget to like the Weensy Entertainments group on Facebook and subscribe to this channel, the Weekly Lockdown Quiz channel, on YouTube by clicking the subscribe button below. And if you enjoyed it, please press the thumbs up and then spread the word. We'll try and get a few more people playing. The more people that play, the more fun we'll have, the more challenge there will be. Okay, but I'm just going to quickly go through the answers. There we go. So back to round 1. So the amount of people on the poster for the 1990s movie Titanic was 2. A scorpion has its sting on its tail. A Geiger counter measures radioactivity. The following is not a type of fever, so that would be tiger. There is no tiger fever. You do have scarlet fever and swine fever. Which sport would Saracens, Harlequins and Wasps play? That would be rugby. In what type of transport did Charles Lindbergh make history? That was on a plane. Which card game do you peg for cards making 15? That's cribbage. Cribbage. What was the name of Victor Meldrews' wife? That was Margaret. And the jump record that was held by Bob Beamon for over 20 years was long jump. Long jump. Question number 10. Glencover and the Malling Jewel are types of raspberry. And on to round 2. Which recently released video game has been dubbed the most accessible game ever. That is The Last of Us Part 2. Apparently it has over 60 options to assist hard of hearing, visually impaired, and even one-handed players. Question number 2. Which social media platform has permanently banned Katie Hopkins? That would be Twitter. Question number 3. Kelly Wash became the 12th person to dive to the bottom of the Mariana Trench on Saturday. But how deep was the dive? That would be 11 kilometres. Sir Ian Holm passed away on Friday. He was known for playing Bilbo Baggins in Lord of the Rings, but he also was in Ratatouille. I did find out what character he was voicing, but I've not put the note on, so I can't remember. I'll allow you to Google that one now. Kurt Cobain's guitar from his final MTV Unplugged set was sold at auction, and it sold for $6 million. I'd love to have $6 million. I think any of us would, really. There we go. Question number 1 in round 3. What was the name of Derby County's home before moving to Pride Park Stadium? That was the baseball ground. Arsenal famously played at Highbury. Which other team plays at a ground called Highbury? That would be Fleetwood. I wouldn't have got any of these football ones, by the way. Question number 3. Which is the highest football ground in England? That is West Bromwich Albion. Question number 4. Which of the following teams does not play at St James's Park? That would be Sheffield FC. Back in a moment, otherwise the screen's going to go off. There we go. I'm having all sorts of technical issues tonight, aren't I? Right. On to question number 5. Which of these stadiums has the highest capacity? That would be Wembley Stadium. It can hold 90,000 people. Old Trafford can hold 75,731. And the Principality Stadium can hold 74,500. And then on to the famous bears. So your first one was Paddington Bear. Your second one was Winnie the Pooh. Number 3 was Baloo. Question number 4 was Ted. Question number 5, that is Rupert. Moving through to some of the older ones. Number 6 is Yogi Bear. And if you got Yogi Bear, you've probably got Boo Boo for question number 7. On to one from the Muppets. That was Fozzie Bear. Question number 9 from Rainbow. That was Bungle. And from the middle of nowhere, quite literally, we had Bear Grylls. And on to the lyrics. Question number 1. Like a bridge over troubled water, I will lay me down. So number 1 was Bridge Over Troubled Water by Simon and Garfunkel. Question number 2. You to me are everything, the sweetest song that I could sing. That was You to Me Are Everything by The Real Thing. Question number 3. I'm going underground. Well, the brass bands play and the feet start to pound. Really hard to say that. Probably need more cider. That was Going Underground by The Jam. Question number 4. Easy Lover. She'll get a hold on you, believe it. So it's Easy Lover by Phil Collins. Question number 5. Come on, Vogue. Let your body move to the music. So it's Vogue by Madonna. Question number 6. Where did you come from? Where did you go? Where did you come from? Cotton Eye Joe. Question number 7. Can't believe that I'm a fool again. Fool Again by Westlife. Question number 8. Is this the way to Amarillo? Every night I've been hugging my pillow. Obviously by Tony Christie and Peter Kay. Is this the way to Amarillo? Question number 9. Ra ra ah ah ah. Roma Roma ma. Gaga ooh la la. Want your bad romance by Lady Gaga. Bad Romance. Question number 10. Let's Marvin Gaye and get it on. Marvin Gaye by Charlie Puth featuring Meghan Trainor. And your tiebreaker, as I said before, on what date did the Channel 4 game show Countdown first air? That was the 2nd of the 11th, 1982. The 2nd of November, 1982. Ross has asked me to say happy birthday again to Alice. Hope you're having a fab one. I wish you could go down the pub and have a drink. I hope you're having one at home instead, like I am. But yep, that is the end of this week's quiz. Thank you again for coming along. I do appreciate it a lot. I hope to see you again next week, or say, I hope you see me next week, because I can't see anything other than a camera and slightly failing technology. So, hope you have a fantastic week. See you again next Monday. Look after yourselves. Don't do anything I wouldn't do. I know it doesn't leave a lot, but don't do anything I wouldn't do. And stay safe. Thank you very much.